Oh, good evening, Elvin. Oh, good afternoon, Elvin. Evening.
Yes, good afternoon, Chair. I guess teacher is sleepy.
No, I'm thinking about the game. Distinguishing.
Oh, I see.
Shall we wait for first? It will probably shows up later on, but before that, I would like you to listen this one, but you don't need to write down or do anything else. This is the sample answer of the speaking test. ကျတို့ဟိုတစ်ခေါက်က speaking test speaking နဲ့ပတ်သက်တာ practice လုပ်တော့ဟာလေလုပ်လိုက်လေဆိုတော့ဘယ်ကြောင်းလုပ်လိုက်ဟောဒါ speaking test 1အဲ့တော့ model answer လေးနည်းနည်းလောက်သိစေချင်တာနော်နောက်တစ်ယောက်နှစ်ယောက်လည်းရောက်လာမှာဆိုတော့ speaking test က talking about general topics monologue တကယ်လို့အဲ့ဒါကအရင်တော့ monologue ဒီ 4 minutes ကကိုယ့်ကိုတကယ်လို့ကိုယ့်ကိုတော့ပြောခဲ့ကြရပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့သူပေးတဲ့ standard answer လေးကိုဒီချက်က standard answer ဆိုတဲ့ example ပေးထားတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီဥစ္စာလေးကိုနားထောင်ကြည့်နေဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ speaking ကနည်းနည်းသူပြောရတဲ့ဥစ္စာပို့ပြီး systematic ဖြစ်တယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ဒီလိုဒါလေးကိုနားထောင်ကြည့်နေနောက်ပိုင်း practice လုပ်တဲ့အခါကျရင်အဲ့လိုပုံစံ practice လုပ်ကြရမယ်ဝဲဘယ်နားရောက်ပါပြီ that's one that's one five
FCE Listening and Speaking Skills for the Revised Cambridge SOL FCE Examination by Virginia Evans, James Milton, and Jenny Dooley. Copyright Express Publishing. All rights reserved. Speaking Test 1. Part 2.
In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a short question about your partner's photographs. Bob, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs. They show different types of homes. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what it might be like to live in homes like these.
Well, to begin with, in the first picture, there is a small wooden house, a log cabin, I think, whereas in the second picture, we can see a modern house. I think it is a bungalow, and it seems to be quite large, certainly a lot bigger than the cabin in the first picture. Because the cabin seems to be in the country, perhaps in a forest, I imagine it would be very quiet and peaceful to live there, but you might feel a bit lonely at times, as it is very isolated. As I said, the second house is modern, so I'm sure that it would have all the conveniences you need to make life comfortable. I think it is probably a lot closer to public transport and other facilities as well, so I think people living in a house like this would have fewer problems than people living in a log cabin. I think the cabin would be quite difficult to maintain, actually, because the wood could rot over a period of time, so you would have to treat it regularly. I don't think you would have such problems in this modern house.
Thank you. Susan, which of these homes would you prefer to live in?
Well, although the bungalow looks comfortable, I'd prefer to live in the log cabin. I'm a romantic sort of person, and to me, the cabin looks very romantic.
Thank you. Now, Susan, here are your photographs. They show different types of holiday. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say why you think people choose holidays like these.
Well, the first picture shows a man relaxing on a yacht, and the second picture shows some people in a jungle. One of them is pointing at something, and the man here looks as though he is about to take a photograph, so I imagine they are on a safari holiday. I suppose the most important difference is the type of holiday. The first one is probably more relaxing and luxurious, while the other is quite adventurous. I think people would choose to go on a yachting holiday or a cruise because they want to get away from their hectic lifestyles. Of course, anyone who is interested in wildlife and adventure would choose to go on a safari. This kind of holiday probably appeals more to people who are active.
Thank you. Bob, would you choose either of these holidays or something else?
I think both of the holidays shown in the pictures would be very expensive, so although I would like to go on a safari because I think it would be very exciting, I would choose something else. A camping holiday, probably, because that can be exciting too, and it is a lot cheaper than a safari, I think.
Part 3.
Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that a couple are planning a holiday to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary. Here are some of the suggestions they are considering. First, talk to each other about how enjoyable each of these holidays might be for older people. Then decide which two would be the most suitable.
Here I see a campsite. I don't think that a camping holiday would be ideal for the older couple, do you?
I agree. I think it takes a lot of effort and it can certainly be tiring for older people.
I think the ski resort looks lovely.
It does, but I'm not sure it would be suitable for an older couple. The place looks remote and it might not have any facilities for older people. What do you think?
Well, I'm not sure I agree with you on that. I think that they would enjoy a holiday there. The fact that it is remote is not necessarily a disadvantage, because it would be quiet. Also, by taking nice walks in the forest, they would explore the natural surroundings.
That's a good point. Although I have to say that going on a beach holiday would offer the same opportunities. Look at the photo of the beach. I think it would be just as relaxing and enjoyable. The couple could stay in a lovely hotel by the sea, wake up each morning and go swimming. Then spend the afternoons exploring the town and the evenings eating in seaside fish restaurants.
You're right. On a beach holiday, they would combine comfort with relaxation. What about a package holiday? I think this type of holiday is quite popular among older people because they don't need to plan very much. A travel agency organises the itinerary.
I think you're right. For example, on an organised sightseeing holiday, all they need to do is hop on a coach and enjoy the route.
It's a good solution for older people, isn't it? What do you think about the yachting holiday?
I don't think this type of holiday would be suitable for the couple. It's a bit complicated and quite adventurous for older people.
That's true.
What about going on a cruise?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I believe that cruises are perfect for older people. They can be fun, interesting, relaxing, and exciting at the same time.
That's true. They could enjoy the luxury and comfort that a cruise ship offers, along with the excitement of visiting a variety of places.
You're right, but they are quite expensive. Which two types of holiday do you think older people would prefer?
I think they would be more attracted to the beach holiday. That way, they could combine fresh air and the sea with hotel comforts. I also believe they might like the package holiday. They would not have to worry about driving, and all the trip would be planned for them.
I agree. What's more, they wouldn't be isolated on these types of holiday.
So I think we both agree on the type of holiday the older couple would be attracted to, right?
Definitely. A beach holiday and a package holiday.
Part 4.
What sort of holidays do people from your country prefer?
Well, our country is surrounded by the sea, so I think that most of us like going on beach holidays. Also, our country has beautiful islands which are packed with tourists, especially in the summer. We love swimming and sunbathing. Some of us go camping. I don't know many who would opt for a cruise or a package holiday.
I'd like to add that people from our country also like mountain holidays. This is because our country has lots of mountains with beautiful resorts. You can ski there, wander around pretty villages, try the local cuisine. Many also go climbing and mountain biking.
Why do you think young people choose different holiday destinations from older people?
I think this happens because young people look for a different type of entertainment than older people when they are on holiday. Young people are more adventurous and have more energy, so they go to places that are lively and offer a wider range of holiday activities. Older people choose quieter holidays, so they usually go to less popular places where they can relax and enjoy a peaceful holiday. Don't you agree?
Yes, I think that young people love trying different things on their holidays and are attracted by places that are packed with tourists, nightclubs and fun activities. Older people are happier with holidays that offer comfort and relaxation. They are more likely to choose a destination that is less popular but quieter. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule.
Thank you. That is the end of the test.
FCE listening and speaking skill.
So I just showed the sample how to answer those questions, okay? I will just do it later on. And now I think it's time to do this one. Here's the one. So you have to think about 20 words. So imagine you live in a world with only 20 words. You can use only 20 words. But you cannot use other words at all. So you have to fill in the blanks about 20 words, but that word should be the one totally essential for you, for your daily life and everything, okay? So imagine that, and you have only 20 words. Write down in the list. So what will be your 20 words, and how will you, I can see that, right? So if you have finished this, how will you say about the lunch or dinner or something like that, okay? So you have to, it can be above or a noun, it's fine, okay? So think about 20 words. How many minutes do you need? You know, Google it. This
5
is
minutes.
just for you.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, all right. I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes. Agong, you would read this one. Did you catch it? Did you catch it?
Yes, I have it.
All right. So after that, we're gonna kind of hear each other. Okay, listen each other about what would be their words.
My daily routine or something like that. Oh, I don't understand.
Okay, so you have to list 20 words. That 20 words, and the
Yes.
words should be the words. Okay, imagine that you can use only 20 words. What will be those words? Okay, in your daily life, every day, every activity, you can use only 20 words. So what would
I
be
see.
your essential words?
Yeah, I see.
or the idea? Finish thinking about 20 words?
Wait here. So I left to
I just wrote down like the things I use or people around me and like my environment like that. I don't really understand that question.
No. Okay, like now we are talking, right? In order to communicate and in your daily life, which 20 words are essential? And you okay, imagine that you can only use 20 words.
For speaking.
No, for the whole life. So which ones are essential for you?
I'm done.
No, that's what I mean. Teacher, you're at the nominate. ဥပမာကွာတချို့ကမင်းဒီစကားလုံးက20ပဲရှိမယ်အဲ့စကားလုံးကိုကွာတချို့တကယ်လို့များ imagine you live in a world with only 20 words စကားလုံး20ပဲသုံးလို့ရတဲ့နေရာတစ်ခုမှာနေမယ်တဲ့အဲ့ထက်ပိုပြီးသုံးလို့မရဘူးပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့အဲ့ဥစ္စာကိုတချို့ဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲနေရာတကာမှာသုံးလို့ရတဲ့စကားလုံး20ပေါ့နော်အဲ့စကားလုံး20ကိုရေးလိုက်တာကိုဒီမှာဆိုရှင် I is very essential, right? We, in order to express our things, or our feelings or everything, we need I. And maybe I will say 1, 2, because in order to explain or what I want, I have to say want. To about want to no. ဘာလို့တခြားဟာပေါ့ဥမာကိုအမြဲတမ်းလုပ်ရမယ့်ဥစ္စာမျိုး ဘယ်လိုဟာမျိုးရှိမလဲဆိုတော့eat ဆိုပြောရတဲ့ခါကြလို့ရှင်meal ဟုတ်လား
sleep
sleep အဲ့လိုမျိုးတချို့ကိုအလုံး20ပဲကွာအဲ့ဒီလုံး20နဲ့ပဲကိုကနေထိုင်ရမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တဲ့ဘယ်စကားလုံး20ကကိုအတွက်အရေးပါဆုံးလဲတဲ့အဲ့ဒါကိုရအဲ့တော့ verb လည်းဖြစ်နိုင်တယ် noun လည်းဖြစ်နိုင်တယ် pronoun လည်းဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်စိတ်တိုင်းရေးရနော်မိကနည်းနည်း tricky ဖြစ်သွားလားမသိအဲ့ဘယ်
I just wrote all nouns.
You are just thinking about the nouns that is essential for yourself, for you. Okay.
ကျဲဒါကြောင့်အဲ့လိုမထင်ဘူး I know ဘာလို့မထင်ဘူးချေဘလို့အဲ့လို words ဒီကအဲ့တခြားအဲ့လို20 words နဲ့ပဲနေရမယ်ဆို20 words မှာလို့ကိုသုံးကျင်တဲ့ဟာထည့်တာ
ကိုသုံးကျင်တဲ့ဟာထည့်တာမရရလေကိုသုံးကျင်တဲ့ဟာထည့်လို့ရ
ဟုတ်ကိုသုံးကျင်အဲ့လို
ဘယ်လိုဟာမျိုးလဲဘယ်လိုမျိုးဟာလဲ
ပို့လိုက်ချေတကယ်တော့အဲ့အရာတွေနဲ့ပဲနေရမယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့
ဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့အရာတွေနဲ့ပဲနေရမှာကွာအဲ့စကားလုံးတွေနဲ့ပဲနေရမှာမလေးအဲ့ရရလေ
Okay
Okay မလေးညာပါသမီးကဘာရေးထားလဲစုလက် Okay You already got the 20 words
Yes.
Okay send it to me
I will just send it in Viber chat. I just wrote down in the book.
Okay food, clothes, pet, water, aircon, Wi-Fi, music. Maybe we can use just only one word, right? What we want, in order to express what we want. For example, okay, you want to eat some food or you are hungry at the time. Okay, you can say food, right? All the time. I think these keywords will be the word when you find them. What kind of house is it? Modernized house, like with the voice command, you can say it, right? Okay, food, and then it gets ready, maybe hot dog or burger or something like that. You guys don't get so much the point. Okay, this time you just it is open question. Everyone can answer it. And I will say you have to guess the animal. Okay? The animal, what kind of animal, like dogs or dolphins, birds, or something like that. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
let's start. I have thick gray skin. I have big ears and a long tongue.
Dog.
I can spray water with my trunk. What am I? That's very easy.
Elephant.
Elephant, yes, correct. Next one. I'm a bird, but I can swim, but I can't fly. I am black and white.
Penguin.
Yes, you get it. Next one. I eat leaves, grubs, and plants. I have thick skin. I have a large horn on my face. What am I?
Oh.
I eat leaves, grass, and plants. I have thick skin. I have a large horn on my face. What am I?
Is it rhino?
Yes, rhino, you're right. Next one. Next one is, I have 4 legs and a tail. I have whiskers. People like to keep me as a pet. What am I?
Dog. Cat.
Cat. Cat is correct.
Yeah.
I have a large tail and a big feet. I can hop along very fast. I live in Australia. What am I?
Kangaroo.
Yes, kangaroo. Next one. I have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a tail. I like to eat bananas. I can swim from trees.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah, monkey, that's easy. Next one is, I live in the ocean. I can live for a long time. I'm very large mammal. What am I?
Whale.
Whale.
Whale, yes. I'm a big cat. I have a big sharp teeth. I have
Tiger.
orange fur. Tiger, yes. Okay, I'm a bird. I'm usually awake at night. What am I?
Owl.
Wild.
Yes, it's owl. And last one, I have brown and orange spot. I have 4 long legs. I'm very tall.
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
Yes, you're right. Okay. Okay. ဒီတစ်ခါကကြတော့တကယ်တော့ဘယ်ဥစ္စာလေးလုပ်လဲဆိုတော့ဟိုတနေ့တော့ကလေဒီချက် speaking practice ခုနမနက်ကsorry မနက်ကလေခုနတော့ကဒီချက် exam ဖွင့်ပြသွားတယ်လေ speaking ပုံစံလေးကိုတွေ့လားအဲ့လိုပုံစံလေးပေါ့နော်ဒီချက်ကိုဆက်ပြီးတော့ practice လုပ်မယ်ဟိုတနေ့က3ဖြေတာဆိုတော့ဒီချက်အတွဲဖြစ်သွားအောင်လို့3နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ဥစ္စာလေးပေါ့နော်ပထမဆုံးမှာတော့ exam မပါဘူးပြီးတော့မှဒီချက်တို့ဒီချက်တို့ဒီလိုလုပ်တယ် အခုအရင်တချို့ဒီဥစ္စာကို exercise လုပ်လိုက်မယ်လုပ်ပြီးတော့မှသူ့ရဲ့ sample answer ကိုနားထောင်မယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီ1နဲ့2ကတော့ sample answer ပါမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးဟိုဘက်မှာတို့ test ရောက်တော့မှ sample answer ပါမှာနော် so we have finished this one not yet right have we about the eating out ပြီးတော့လား
Finished. Yes, finished.
ပြီးပါနော်ဒီချက်အဲ့ဒီမှာအဲ့ဆိုသူ့ရဲ့ free time activity လည်းပြောပြီးသွားပြီဆိုတော့ဒီမှာ speaking test ပြီးကြည့်အောင်နော် have we finished this one I think not yet
Yes,
not
not
yet
yet.
not yet
okay now we're gonna talk about the general topic how do you spend your free time okay this is the part 1 this is the part 2 so in part 1 we have to talk about 3 minutes for part 1 this is not pair work I guess okay so how do you spend your free time do you think you have enough free time is there anything you would like to learn or to do you know before we go straight to the answers firstly you know because we need to speak for 3 minutes right for each question you are supposed to talk about 1 minute so for this matter if you know it is if you are asked those questions firstly you don't go get directly into the answer okay you first of all you trying to introduce about the maybe free time or like that okay for example as I'm a student I have maybe 1 or 2 hours in the weekdays or I have more hours on weekends right and then you have to start with such kind of you know intro and it will feel for 1 minute because if you just get to the directions and if you just get you know without introduction the answer is a little how can I say out of the connection and then it is not good to listen right we will do this one trying to speak 3 minutes for those three questions so you have to spend 1 minute for every question you can note down or gist like 1 hour for weekdays and more hour for weekends like that you can take notes okay to save for 3 minutes okay because I'm gonnaဒီချက်တစ်ခုပဲ share ရအောင် 3 ကို timer လေးပေးထားလိုက် I'll give you 2 more minutes to think about that. Okay, time is up. Who will let you start first?
I'll go. I'll go first. Yeah.
Let's get started.
Yes. So as I am a student, I don't have that much free times, and I need to study 3 hours a day, 3 hours a day for the final exam for the good results. And mostly I spend my free time like playing with my dog or cat, and I usually play games, and then sometimes I read comics or watching movie or something like that. Yeah, and I'm not that interested in that reading, but I read comics, well, mostly the Marvel's ones, and yeah,
Yes.
for I think I don't have enough free time. Yeah, I honestly think that way because I need to study hard for the exam, and I don't have that much free time for play games. Yeah, I'm not I don't like I don't like that honestly, and mostly I try with my friends. I have fun with my friends in Discord. Talk with them, and they are talented and they know how to play the instruments. Yeah, I want to learn guitar and piano. I want to play. Yeah, because of them, they play and I watch. You know,
Yes.
yes, this is very fantastic, and I like music. So yeah, you can say that I can say I spend most of my time with listening the music or playing games. Yeah,
Yes.
and then I want to learn guitar. Yeah, I want to learn guitar and piano. Honestly, I like guitar more because of I when I when I was young, too young,
Yes.
my father played guitar for me. Yeah,
Oh,
that's why. Yeah,
that's cool.
I wanna be like him and I wanna learn the guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all, Jeff.
Okay. Great. Yes. You spent 2 minutes and a half to say this
Oh,
one. That's great. Okay. So who is next? So Elvin, yes.
Yes.
Let's start.
Wait.
What's wrong with you? Is it all right?
Yes. I'm good now. Yes, I'm good.
Okay.
Whenever I was young, I don't have enough free time to play with my friends or that or just studying for the exams and just a lot of stuff for the exam. But now
Yes.
I'm learning online and with school subjects, so I have most of the free time to play with my friends or play with my cats to feed in something like that. And
Yes.
most of the time I'm free on every weekend, but except at night and 4 hour free so every week. Yes, 4 hour free on weekdays. And usually I don't usually hang out with my friends except when I'm bored.
Yes.
And usually in my free times I eat, sleep, and play games. I read comics also. But
Mhm.
I hate readings.
I
And
think
Yes, the comics are like a science fiction comics, fantasy type,
Yes.
like a Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
and um, if because if I have a chance to play to learn something new, I would like to learn how to play guitar, and it somehow interested me. And in last year's school festivals, there was one of my friends who played guitar, and it really interesting to it was really interesting that how he plays guitar and how the friends gave at him with uh, cheerfulness. Yes, so I would like to be like him
Yes.
in front of my friends too.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay. You spent 2 minutes on that question, right? Okay. Sule, your turn.
Yes, teacher. Actually, I don't have much free time in weekdays as I am in class for half day alone. And besides, I review the lessons for an hour before I sleep. Thus, I have only 3 or 4 hours for my free time in weekdays. And then in weekends, I divide sometimes like the periods. Yeah, I rest like for all day in Saturday. I don't do any lessons or lectures and revisions on that day, but I review the lessons like that I learned in a week, and like before I sleep for 2 hours or something like that, and I do the homeworks or something. Yeah. And then on Saturday, sometimes I go out with my friends or my cousins, and I spend time watching movies or like listening to music. Yeah, sometimes like I clean my room. Like it makes me like the relaxation. Yeah, I clean my space. Yeah, like that. And I think I have enough time. Yeah, for free time. Yeah, like that, because like as I am a busy person, like I'm really adapted in that situation. Like when I'm free, like I feel like, oh, I don't have anything to do. I'm starting to bored. That's why like I love to be busy. Yeah, that's why I think I have enough free time. Like there's like the one thing I want to learn as I am a teenager. I want to learn like another language that will be useful in scholarships or something. Yeah, like Spanish or German. Yeah, I really interested in like European languages. That's why I watch some YouTube videos or some websites. Then I'm trying to learn. Yeah, that's why like I wanna learn. And like there's my friend, one of my friends, she can speak 3 languages. Like she's a Chinese, so she can speak and write and read like Chinese, and also she really good at in English, and also she started learning Spanish also. So I'm really envy her. So that's why I
Okay.
want to learn a new language. Yeah, that's
All
all.
right.
Share.
Great. It's exactly 3 minutes. So I would like to give you guys some comments in order to improve your speaking. So first, I didn't train you a lot about speaking because I thought that wasn't very necessary for you. But I guess, as we are just read and write all the time, we need speaking, right? We need to speak and practice our speaking. So when we do that one, I would like you, because you guys already can speak. So I want you guys to be in a better way of speaking. So I would like to comment a little bit about what Elvin said on the thing, what Elvin said. So in order to expand a little more about your free time, you can say about the consequences or the actions or the advantages. Okay, for example, you express that you would like to learn guitar, right? So if you would like to learn guitar, you have to say maybe what you think about the advantages of playing guitar. Okay, and you can also express the disadvantages of playing guitar too. And so these things, if you add these more things, that will be better. And for Sule, it's all right. And as you already have a good language skill, it's great. And also the time is it is a perfect timing. And just when you express language or when you answer something, just like you said, Spanish or German, right? So you better say you better say with a way more likely to be exact. Okay, so for the listener, they think, oh, you have the exact point of view. Your speaking is how can I say? Your speaking is sure, and you have a confidence for that one. It's feels like that. It makes you feel like that. It makes the examiner to feel like that. So when you express the language, like you would like to learn another language, right? Because for example, you can say with the facts. Okay, for example, you would like to learn 3 other language because you have 2 points. The first point is you would like to get how can I say? You would like to get easy for your scholarship, right? And then next one is your friend. Your friend is a very good speaker and very good language learner. So you would like to be like her, okay? Because like her. So these are 2 factors, right? So if you express exactly the first one, the second one, if you point out like that, it will be better. Because for the examiner, the facts that she or he hear will go with the order and then more unite way. It is better for you. Okay, now we're gonna listen to the answer. Before that, this is for part 2. Oh, okay. Before that, we're gonna go to part 2 first of all, because there is no model answer for part 1. We're gonna start with this one, monologue. Oh, monologue. Speaking of monologue is used in the speaking and also the writing. What you have read in your chapter 9 textbook, there is a monologue. I think just in the chapter that we are learning, chapter 10, unit 10, and there is a monologue. The monologue is in everywhere. It tells about the person or it tells about the event in detail and in a brief way. Okay, so this time we will do this one. So there will be 2 pictures here. In fact, accordingly to this exam, the examiners asked the different questions by taking 2 candidates into the room, and then she gives a different flashcard. Okay, for the candidate A, she or he will get the flashcard, and then she or he has to discuss about 1 minute, and the second candidate have to comment or express his or her opinion just for 20 seconds. So in short, and in the next picture, the second candidate have to discuss about those things, and then the flashcard, and the first candidate have to talk about his or her opinion just for 20 seconds. Okay, so this is the thing. But for us, I want you guys, maybe for example, Elvin, you take the picture A and B and you talk about it. At the time, you talk for a minute about it. when we talk for a minute about it, you know, we try to fill with the data and information as much as we can about the photo you see. So first of all, you have to say about what is happening or what do you see in the picture. And second of all, you have to tell your opinion towards it. Okay, what the environment look like. Why do people choose to eat in places like these things? Okay, you have to express it, and the rest of two, like Sule and Algong, you have to say about 20 minutes for the first picture, or 20 minutes. Okay. So for the rest of the class, you have to say about the 20 minutes about this opinion, and then move to next picture. And Sule, you have to talk for a minute about the flashcard C and D, and the rest of the student will say for 20 minutes in short, maybe which person has the most difficult job. When you say which person has the most difficult job, you don't go directly into this one, but you just have to say the actions and consequences. Okay, what are the actions they have to do, and what are the consequences they will get. Okay, we're gonna tell it.
Only 20 seconds, right? Not minutes.
Yes, 20 seconds. But for 1 minute, yeah, it is like, you know, now we're gonna have 3%, right? So first one, Elvin will start, and Elvin, you have to talk for a minute about the A and B. And the question at the top here, why do people choose to eat the places like this? And Sule, you go to, and you talk about which person has the most difficult job for a minute, like that. But for the rest of the student, they will say 20 seconds. And we will turn again the card. If your turn come, you also have to discuss about which are A and B in a different perspectives, okay? In your own way. And so does our Gao. You have to talk about C and D. Like that. Do you get it? Okay, I will just say the instruction one by one. Don't worry. Okay, Elvin, you start first. I think you guys need time to think, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes. Okay, time is up. Oh, Elvin, Okay, Elvin, you are okay. Are you okay to start first?
Yes. In picture A, it looks like perfect and looks expensive. And in picture B, it looks like a fast food shop, and perhaps as a fast food shop, it would be
Yes.
quite boring to get your meat get ordered to the counter and wait for a quite few minutes or seconds. I mean, 30 minutes. And unlike the picture B, the picture A has a waiter. You can get your meals, get orders, find the waiters systematically, and you can use to wait only a few minutes to get your meals you wanted. So
Yes.
for me, I would prefer picture A because you don't have to get to the counter and get your meals, get orders, and
Yes.
the atmosphere will be such a relaxing place to refresh your minds and to refresh your mind.
Okay. That's great. Exactly 1 minute. Sule, so how do you think of it?
I would rather prefer the picture B because I'm not like the person who like obsessed to serve in the restaurants, and also I'm a fast food lover, so I will choose the picture B. Yeah.
Okay. Taka,
Yeah.
you guys have to say just only 20 seconds. Yeah.
Oh yes. So my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer picture A. I like fast food. I eat fast food, but you know the difference is the decorations and the taste is very different from fast foods and like the big restaurants. It's expensive, but
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
That's a
it's
good
worth
point
it.
to
Yeah.
say. Okay. Agam?
Me, I like picture A better.
Mm-hmm.
I do like fast food, but I like eating outside somewhere that looks nice with good decorations, and picture A looks more snobbish. That's why.
Okay. Thank you. Next is Sule. So here is the thing you have to discuss for a minute. Which person has the most difficult job?
Yes, teacher. Like everything isn't easy to success. Otherwise, we need to try hard to get what we want. For the picture C, like being a teacher isn't not only have to be graduated, but also she needs to be kind and patient. And in financial way, she gets more, she earns more money, and also she only needs to teach the students like in buildings, and also like with some air conditioners, like she, like how to say, she only needs to walk comfortably. In the other hand, on the other hand, in picture D, the like, is it farmer?
Yes.
Is he farmer? Yeah, he needs to work hard in like a under the hot sun, or like he needs to control the animals to, and also like in financial, like he doesn't earn like more than the teacher. Also, that's why he needs to like use his strength and also like his money to earn wealth. That's why I think being a farmer is the most difficult job. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Agam, what do you think of it?
I think being a farmer is harder. Being a teacher is also hard. They can be stressful, but they are working under a roof. But when you are a farmer, you have to work during hard conditions. You have to control the animals, and you have to get your hands dirty, and you don't get paid much.
Yes. Great. Taka.
Uh, Boats, I don't like boats, honestly. Yeah, and I don't want to struggle with the kids, and I don't want to struggle with the clowns. So, uh, for me, I'll choose pictures. See, I would rather teach the kids. I don't want to walk in the hot day and hot sun, another hot sun. Yeah.
So which one is more difficult in your point of view?
I
Being a
think
farmer?
being a farmer, yeah.
Okay, Elvin? Elvin?
Yes, sure. I think it's quite hard being a farmer, barefoot with your hair all the time in the sun. But on the other hand, a teacher can be a comfortable and relaxing job, but you have to maintain your patience and stress if you want to be in a good environment. But for me, I will choose the farmer because the farmer has to work all the time in the sun to get his food, to get
Yes.
enough food for his children or his family.
Okay. So being a farmer is more difficult. Okay, guys, now we're gonna listen the answers and you have to write down what you love to say. Okay, for example, in the audio, they might say about some of the thing, maybe the perspectives or maybe the thing that we haven't thought before. So you write down for this one and you have to discuss what do you need to add more. Let's listen to it. Sereno.
Speaking Test 3. Part 2. Now I'd like each of you to talk on your own for about a minute. I'm going to give each of you 2 different photographs, and I'd like you to talk about them. Tina, it's your turn first. Here are your 2 photographs. They show different places to eat. I'd like you to compare these pictures, saying why people choose to eat in places like these. All right?
Yes, well, the first picture shows 2 women sitting at a nice outdoor restaurant giving their order to a waiter. The waiter is dressed in a white jacket and bow tie, which shows that this is an expensive place to eat. In the second picture, there's a man and a woman buying fast food. I think people go to expensive restaurants when they want to celebrate a special occasion like a birthday or wedding anniversary. Oh, and business people use restaurants a lot when they are entertaining clients. Generally, they are too expensive for most people to go to very often, which is probably why fast food places have become so popular. You can get a quick meal in a fast food restaurant and it is not expensive. I know some people who go to fast food restaurants almost every day during the week.
Thank you, Tina. Mark, where would you prefer to eat?
Well, personally, I'm a big fan of fast food. So for me, the best choice would be the fast food restaurant. The atmosphere is much more relaxing, and it's a lot cheaper too.
Now, Mark, here are your 2 photographs. They show people who have different professions. Compare the 2 pictures, saying which person you think has the most difficult job.
The woman in the first picture is a teacher, whereas the second picture shows a farmer. Both professions are rewarding for a number of reasons. The teacher works with children to educate them, whereas the farmer works on the land using machinery in order to grow crops. I'd say that the farmer has the most difficult job because it is probably more insecure and it involves a lot of physical strength. Also, farmers rely heavily on the weather and work irregular hours. They may also feel lonely and isolated compared to people in other professions. For this reason, I feel the farmer has the most difficult job.
Tina, which job do you find more interesting?
Actually, I find the job of the farmer more interesting because I think it would be more challenging. It would be a great way to avoid the hectic city life and enjoy good health at the same time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Part 3.
Part 3 actually, you know? Okay. So, okay, Elvin, what did you miss? What did you miss?
the appearance of Rachel and how is difference in being in a fast food restaurant.
Yes.
And also many things.
Okay, but these are the main point, right? Thank you. Sule, how about you?
I think I didn't miss like many things.
Mm-hmm.
But like I forgot to compare those things like in one sentence, like that he compared the things
that's it.
like when the teacher's doing something, like he compared the farmer's tax. Yeah.
Okay, so the use of English, right? The use of English is different. And next one you didn't notice was that you trying to say in orderly, but you can start with he in his sample audio, he start with maybe there are numbers of things, right? Or rewarding these things. We are talking about the advantages or the thing that usually happen to those professionals. So you forget to tell about it. And next one is the orders. You try to make it order, but not much clearly. But yeah, not much miss. Okay. Oh, ခုနကတော့ teacher လေးအောင်ကောင်းတယ်တက်ခါပြပါလိုက်တယ်ရှိရောအောင်ကောင်းတယ်ဆိုပြက်ခနဲ့ပြောပါအောင်ကောင်းတဲ့တက်ခါကိုပြောဖို့ကြံသေးရဲ့လို့ပြောမလို့ Okay, let's go to next one. This is the decision making part. So it is the pair work. In fact, you have to talk for 2-3 minutes. But if we if we talk for 3 minutes, we are, for example, how can I say? We have to talk for 3 minutes, but this is for like making the conversation. Decision making is having the conversation each other between two candidates. So it's like a panel discussion. You discuss and then you lead the discussion and then they got back. Okay, you lead the discussion and they are trying to fill in or they try to tell about their opinion on that question and their like those discussion. Okay, so for 3 minutes, but we will do it those two people come back later. But first of all, you see this one. Your local youth club is going to introduce some new activities for the teenagers in your area. You have been asked to give your opinion on the suggestion below. How useful do you think these activities will be for teenagers? Which two will be the most popular? Okay, you learn these, you study this picture, and then there will be 6, right? 5, totally 5. Martial arts.
What's the one with 4 people? What are they doing here?
Oh, they are probably they are probably making the play. So maybe stadium.
Oh, I see this. Acting.
Stadium or theater.
Or yes, I see this.
Yes. Okay, we will do it hat. Show you no planning on. Some you now the llama, right? In this book. Why the can the camera. Do it by again for me. Okay. ဒီ part 3 ကကြတော့ကျတော့တယောက်နဲ့တယောက် discussion ဝင်အောင်မနော်မှာကိုပြောတယ်ပြောခါသူ့ကိုပြောပါဘယ်လိုထင်လဲပေါ့ပြောခါသူတို့နဲ့ကိုယ်နဲ့အပြန်အလှန်ပြောရပုံစံမှာသဘောတူရင်သဘောတူတယ်ပေါ့ဒီနေရာကိုသဘောတူတယ်သဘောမတူလို့ရှိရင်ဘယ်လို point ကြောင့်သဘောမတူဆိုတာကိုပြန်ပြောတာပေါ့နော်ချင်းချင်းသူက conversation လုပ်ခိုင်းနေပါ Okay, your local youth club is going to introduce some new activity for the teenagers in our area. You have been asked to give your opinion on the suggestion below. So as we are talking about all of the opinion, you have to express or you have to talk in brief about all of those activity. And answer the question for how useful do you think this activity would be for a teenager and which two would be the most popular. I think instead of doing conversation or panel discussion, we're gonna go with the solo is better.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so you guys study these pictures and activities, try to talk in brief. After that, we will start this. So you're gonna have to talk for 3 minutes too. But in this time, so 3 minutes is for the pair work. So we'll just do it for solo. So 1 minute and 30 seconds is covered.
Teacher, what are the two people wearing white clothes doing? Is it karate or I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
It seems like candle.
Sorry,
Candle.
what? You can say
Candle.
martial arts. I saw that kind of sport, but I forget the name. It's called fencing. Is it correct?
Like I sometimes see that kind of thing in some K-drama or Japanese series.
Yes. And according to Google, it's called fencing. You know, here is the word fencing. They cover their face. And so does their body with a suit. I think this is a very flexible sword. It's more likely not to be, it's more likely like a stick, a soft stick made of maybe some material which is flexible. Yeah, it's called fencing.
Yeah, Irvin said like sometimes they fight with wooden sword.
Yes. We often see those words, right? But I don't even know whether this is in that kind of martial art has a class in Myanmar or not. I haven't seen it.
谢谢.
Hmm?
What are the guys doing under the fencing? I think they are acting.
Yes, this is supposed to
or
be building the stadium or theater. Yes, acting or entertaining.
YouTube.
Okay, let's get started. So like you go first this time.
Yeah, I have a question. Do we need to talk about like all of these activities?
Yes.
Okay.
Brief.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Brief is in a short way.
Okay.
We're going long way.
Okay.
Only in brief. Yeah.
Yes, like for the first of all, yeah, the playing chess, like it's really like training our brain to like, how should I say, really brainy games, and also like we can thought in some tricky ways. Yeah, and also like taking photographs, like it's also like the useful way, like if we want to be a photographer in future, like it's like a practicing for our profession or like for our hobbies. And also like if you're interested in adventure, like kayaking is also really suitable, but it's not really dangerous, but really exciting and like an extreme sports. Yeah. And like, how should I say, is it doing fencing like that?
Yes.
Doing fencing.
Fencing.
Yeah, fencing is also like, it's really good for our agility or like our body strength, and also like I think it's really good for our health. Yeah. Like, and also, how should I say, we can protect ourselves in like dangerous situations. And also acting a play. If you want to be an actor or actress in future, that is also like a great activity for your acting skills that practice, and also you will get better in your skills. Yeah, I think like playing chess and kayaking would be the most popular, because in these days, some kids and also teenagers are really interested in playing chess because they train our brains to think. Like, well, and also kayaking is like an outdoor sports, like for adventure. That's why that train our mindsets and also our how should I say, our strength of body. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Thank you. Elvin?
I think fencing is a good sport for our body. It can improve our strength, concentration, and also flexibility. And in a situation where someone threatens you with a knife, you can escape from the knife easily once you have a good concentration after you played this sport. And for the acting, you have to have, you need to have a very good talent in acting and practice skills.
Yes.
To be in a famous studio or theater.
Yes.
And for karate, I think it's such a dangerous sport, and I would never try that sport in my life. And for the chess, it is a brainstorming games, and it's very popular in teenagers and also in the and also adults who are always playing chess for fun. And the taking photographs, I also best try for the teenagers, because these days uh, teenagers mostly take their mobile phones, such as mobile phones, to take photos when they go and when they go anywhere, such as like pagodas or restaurants. Yes.
Okay, right. So which two will be the most popular among teenagers?
I think chess and taking photography is most popular in the world, in the teenagers. Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna listen for part 3. Number answer for part 3.
Now I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. Imagine that your local youth club is going to introduce some new activities for the teenagers in your area. Here are some of the suggestions you've been asked to give your opinion on. First, talk to each other about how useful the activities would be for teenagers. Then decide which two would be the most popular.
Well, I think that chess would be a useful thing for the teenagers to do because it helps stimulate the brain. What do you think?
I agree with you up to a point. It is a lovely game, and it doesn't cost much to set up. But I'm not sure that it would be very popular with teenagers. You have to study the game a lot if you want to become good at it, and I'm not sure that a lot of teenagers would want to do that.
I suppose you're right. What about whitewater rafting? I personally find it dangerous and pointless. I don't think that a whitewater rafting club would be that popular since there are only a limited number of teenagers who like extreme sports.
I think you're right. There is no point in organising a club for an activity that can put people's lives at risk. There are a few people, though, who love doing stuff that raises their adrenaline levels. How about fencing? That's a dangerous sport too.
It can be. However, if you use the right equipment, then there is no danger really. Nevertheless, I think that a fencing club would have few members. I would consider it the least popular activity.
I think you're right. I don't know many teenagers who are interested in fencing. I think that an amateur dramatics club would be a great hit, though.
Oh, I agree. We all love acting, and most of us have taken part in school theatricals. So why not have our own club to put on our own performances?
It's a great idea. Acting is a fantastic way of letting off steam and building up your confidence. It would be the most popular activity of all. It's a good social activity.
Definitely. The club would have lots of members. I also think that photography is quite a popular activity, especially with young people. Maybe a photography club would be successful.
Absolutely. And I would be the first to join it. I love photography, and many of my friends like it too. I would definitely consider it as an option.
Oh, me too. I think everybody would love to have a club where they could learn how to take professional photos. It's very useful because it could lead to a career.
So, which two do we think would be most popular?
I'd go for drama and photography since they are very popular activities with people our age. How about you?
Oh, I'm with you on that. Definitely drama and photography. They are fun and creative.
Okay. This is the sample answer. I hope you learned some of the things from this audio. We're gonna see you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hi, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Fine, teacher. Thank you, teacher.